everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how to achieve this makeup look, and I was super inspired by the Tarteist Pro Makeup Palette. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. It has all of these right here are matte shades, and then right here are all of the shimmer shades. Here's a closer up look of it, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I knew that I wanted to do something with this really gorgeous kind of like turquoise blue shade. So that is the look that I created today. I will say that this makeup tutorial is not for the faint of hearted. It is just really kind of a pain in the ass, to be completely honest with you. So you're going to be doing a lot of blending using different brushes, different techniques and things like that. I went with more of like a halo look, and then I popped that blue onto the center of my eye. So try not to get frustrated. It's going to look messy at certain points throughout the tutorial, but that's okay, because in the end it's going to look clean, it's going to look beautiful, but it's just kind of getting it past that hump. So just a little disclaimer, this is not what I normally do on my channel. I try to go with more of like the easier makeup tutorials, but this one I was just feeling super creative and super inspired by this makeup palette. So you guys will probably see me using this a lot lately, or more, because I am kind of obsessed. So let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. Okay, so my eyes are already primed, and the first color I'm going in with is called Indie. This is a really nice cool tone transition shade. It's kind of like a gray taupey color. So I'm applying that to the outer V and the crease using my Sigma E40 brush. And since I am trying to do more of like a halo effect, I'm going to be going in next with a more tapered brush from Sigma. Anytime you were trying to do like a halo eye or anything, it's always good to have like a more smaller, precise brush to get into that inner corner, just so that you can really create that halo effect, and it's going to help make it less messy in the long run. And then the next shadow I'm going in with is called No Filter, and this one is a really unique shade. It's kind of like a red purple color, and I'm just taking this on more of a fluffy blending brush. This one is from Morphe, and I am applying that directly into my outer V area. And then I'm also going to start to bring that slowly into the crease whenever I have less product on my brush. That's the good thing about these fluffy blending brushes, is that a lot of the color is going to be concentrated in that outer corner, and then you can slowly start working it into your crease. And then I'm taking that same exact Sigma brush and applying that color into the inner corner of my eye, again, just creating that halo effect. Next, I'm going in with this really gorgeous light cranberry shade. It's in the color Maud, and this one I'm just going to keep mostly on the outer V. I just kind of wanted a little bit more of a pop of that kind of like red cranberry shade. I think it'll look really nice with the blue that we're going to be going in with next. So this one I'm not going to be bringing into the inner V. I am just applying this into the outer corner. Then I'm taking this gorgeous shade called Trendy. This is kind of like a duochrome turquoise blue green. And now I will say that I wish I would have applied this with some sort of wet spray, because it wasn't coming across quite as pigmented as I wanted it to. But that's okay. One thing I will note is that you want to make sure that you keep this more onto the center of your lid. Try not to go too far in or too far out. Next, I'm going to apply this Colourpop shade in the color Bay, and I didn't really do a great job of filming this. I apologize for you guys. I was kind of in a rush getting ready to go to a movie, but basically I just put that exactly where I put the blue, and then I went back over top of it with Trendy again, just to kind of deepen up that color. Then to highlight my brow bone, I'm taking the shade Classic, and this is a really nice highlight for the brow bone. It's kind of like a velvet color, so it's not going to be super matte, and it definitely doesn't have a sheen, but it looks more rich. So that's kind of what that velvet means. And I really like the idea of using kind of that matte velvet shade, because it helped to clean up anything that got too high up. Now moving on to the face, I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. My skin was really acting up, so I needed something that would kind of smooth out my skin. And then for my foundation, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Foundation. Oh my god, that was a mouthful. I love this foundation, you guys. It is definitely one of my all-time favorites. It looks beautiful on the skin, and you can have it more dewy or more of kind of like a velvet texture depending on what primers and what setting sprays you use. But I just think it looks so beautiful on the skin, and I am just applying this with my Real Techniques beauty sponge all over my face. And then yay, I'm going in with some cream products. I am digging into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I am taking the shade Soft Light. You guys will notice that these shades are a little bit light for me right now. That's okay, because I'm going to go in and contour and also bronze pretty heavily. But I'm just taking this concealer shade on a flat, kind of like big giant synthetic shader brush, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes, and I'm also going to apply a little bit on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and also my chin. Anytime you have a lighter concealer that you're using, you definitely want to make sure that you are applying that to the high points of your face so that it doesn't look like just your under eyes is stark white. This is also going to help with the contouring of the face as well. Anytime you use products to highlight all over the face, it is going to help make it look more chiseled and more contoured. And then I'm just using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Banana Powder to set my under eye area. And then I'm going to go back into that cream contour kit, and I'm going to take the shade Shadow. It's the middle contour shade. And then I'm using one of my thin brushes. This one is from my makeup brush set, which is a really affordable kind of like Artiste brush set. I think mine was like $45 or $49. I have the rose gold edition, but I love the set. I really need to use it more than I do. It's just something that's different for me, so I tend to kind of get stuck in ruts, but I'm using it today. So I apply that to the hollows of my cheeks, my forehead, and also the nose, just to help contour that area as well. And then I'm taking the another brush from my makeup brush set, and I am just going to start blending this into the skin. One thing that I will say is that I love cream contour, but I feel like it takes a little bit more work just to really blend everything out. But I think that it looks more natural than just using the powder, because the cream kind of sets onto your face in more of like a natural kind of beautiful look. So I really, really love it. And I think that using these types of paddle brushes helps a lot with that, to kind of get more of that like diffused look. As you can see here, it's making it really, really easy to blend out, whereas using another kind of brush probably would have made it a little bit more difficult. Then I'm going in with my powder contour kit from Anastasia, and I'm just going to kind of set those areas and add a little bit more warmth to my face, because I was still feeling like that foundation was making me look a little bit too pale compared to the rest of my body. So I just kind of went around and used my big powder brush from EcoTools to set everything. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to finishing the eyes, and I just pretty much use no filter with a pencil brush to put in my lower lash line. And then I'm taking that blue, the trendy shade, and I am popping that right onto the center area so that it looks exactly how it does on top, with the no filter all around, and then the trendy right in the center. And then to eliminate the redness that's happening on my waterline, I'm taking the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Honeydude, and this is going to cancel out any of that redness, and it's also going to open up my eyes more. I wanted this to be a smoky look, but I also didn't want my eyes to be lost in the look. So this is going to help to open up my eyes just a little bit more. And then for my mascara, I'm using the Love of My Life, the Megavolume. I didn't film me actually putting on the mascara because I just feel like that kind of gets redundant and boring. So moving on to my blush, I am using the NYX HD blush in the shade Intuition. This is a really, really gorgeous kind of like true rose shade. It's not mauve-y. I would definitely say it's more of that rose color, and it does have a little tiny bit of shimmer in it, which I think is beautiful for the summertime. I love blushes that have shimmer in them for the summertime. I just think it kind of adds a little bit more luminosity to the cheeks. And then for my highlight, I am actually using a brand new highlight to me. This is by Essence, and it's a pure nude highlight in the shade Be My Highlight. And I actually really, really like this. I've heard a couple of different people talking about the Essence brand, and I know that it is a cruelty-free brand, so I figured that I would just give it a shot, and I was really impressed by this highlight. I'm still going to kind of play around with it and see how I like it, but I definitely think it's more of like that natural highlight, so it kind of reminded me of something from Hourglass, like giving you more of that glow from within. It's not going to be too like crazy intense in your face highlight. Just perfect for everyday wear. And then for my lipstick, I'm using my brand new lipstick from Urban Decay. This one is in the shade Abstract. It is such a cool color, you guys. It's kind of like a brown taupe. So, and like a little bit of gray in it as well. I was at Ulta yesterday, and me and my mom were trying to find like the perfect nude for me, and I just felt like I had everything, you know, all these different shades, but this one is definitely something that is super unique to my collection, and I'm really, really glad that I picked it up. And it stays on for a really, really long time, and I love how comfortable it was to wear. Then to complete my look, I'm going to take a little bit of the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray, and that is it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!